Morning, folks. We're now live and we're our weekly morning show. It's 7:30 a.m. So welcome to Mark's Morning Business Check-in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm just putting our other channels live as well as we speak. So making sure everything is live and everything is live now. So good morning, welcome. If you're in Dublin, it says temperature between 0 and -1. If you're in London, it's around 2 degrees, and Paris is 5. That's not your weather forecast. But it's a fantastic bright morning out there, so it's really, really good. So I also hope you all had a fantastic weekend and you're not too tired with the clocks going forward. But the evenings are getting so long now, which is absolutely fantastic. It's great to have long evenings. So one thing I want to talk about this morning is the thing that an awful lot of people ask me is, why do some companies get big and other companies stay the same? Why do some pizza restaurants stay as one pizza restaurant, yet Domino's and Apache Pizzas and other pizza places have multiple outlets? Why do some coffee shops, good coffee shops, only have one, when other brands like Starbucks, Costa, and all the rest have many? Why do some restaurants only have one, and others like Eddie Rockets and all have loads and franchises? Why is it that some businesses stay small? Sometimes not because they want to stay small, but because the way things fall. And really what it comes down to is, some of it is luck. Remember, I had a chairman many years ago, and he attributes an awful lot to luck. This was Pascal Taggart, who's still heavily involved in helping people who are in the civil service and jobs like the police and the ambulances and teachers to get affordable accommodation. But he always said that in business, there's a big element of it down to luck. And he's right. A big element is down to luck. It really is. But it's also down to balls. And I say this in my new book, You Need a Neck Like a Jockey's Bollocks to Be an Entrepreneur. It does come down to how much you push your business out there. Some people are very, very happy with having one restaurant or one van on the road. And I've met people who are in the same industry. They have one van and their competitor has 15 vans, and they both started the business at the same time. One is doing a few £100,000. Someone else might be doing nearly £1 million. And they want to know, why have they got so many vans on the road when I only have one? What's stopping me from having more vans? And most times, it's yourself that's stopping you. Most times, it's yourself. It's having the balls, having the guts to take on the extra staff, to take on the extra premises, to take on the extra cost, to build that business. An awful lot of people do not have what it takes to go the next step of being an entrepreneur and being a business owner. Many do extremely well with just having the one outlet, or the one van on the road, or the one office. Many are happy just being based in Ireland, or just being based in London, or just being based in Paris or the States. Many don't want multiple offices all over the place because they think, wrongly in most occasions, they think that they won't be able to handle the extra volume. And that's actually wrong. They will be able to handle the extra volume, but they're not willing to take the step to put in the extra cost. They get to a stage when they're starting off that they're now doing enough money to pay themselves. They're now doing enough money to keep themselves happy. They're now doing enough money to pay the bills. And maybe it's taking them a while to get there. Maybe it's taking them longer than they expected to get there. Excuse me. But They don't want to fall backwards. And many people who want to grow a business, they feel that they will fall backwards. They feel if you invest that money in the extra van, or the extra outlet, or the extra shop, or the extra office, or the extra staff even, that they won't be able to cover their overheads. And that's what makes a difference. If the owners of Starbucks, when it started off, had a thought, we're happy with one shop, we don't want anything more, we've worked hard, that's it. The same way, why did Exhibition, anybody who remembers the videos when we used to get videos from the stores, why did they, Richard Murphy, who started Exhibition, why did Richard go from one shop to 20, 30, 40 shops? Well, other people who started at the exact same time as him were happy with one. I know someone who had 2 video shops. They were doing fantastic business, unbelievable business, right? He actually said to me on one stage, his safe was too small for the cash he was taking in. After a weekend, the amount of cash he was taking in, his safe was too small. But he didn't want the hassle of more staff and more premises to open a 3rd, 4th, and 5th shop. And maybe that was right for him. Maybe it was wrong for him. But he was happy with 2 shops, and that was it. Richard Murphy wanted more. He wanted to build a business. He wanted to build it. And he had his own philosophy and his own way of knowing when to open the next shop. He said as soon as one exhibition was turning over £5,000, he would then open the next one. And when that was turning over 5,000, he would open the next one. And he wasn't risk averse. He didn't care about taking on extra staff, taking on extra premises, taking on extra leases. He didn't care. He moved on. And that's why many of us, when we go into certain businesses, which are doing very well, maybe it's a pizza place. Every time you go into where you're going, this place is out the door. The stack of empty boxes that will be gone by the end of the night with takeaways. And it's just, the phone keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. And you're wondering why. Like, why did they not open another one 5 miles down the road and do the same thing? Because their reputation will carry on with them. Why are they happy with one? Why was Apache Pizza not happy with one? Why do they want multiple stores? Why do they keep opening more premises to be the brand they are now? And it's all down to taking risk. And we all have a capacity to take a certain amount of risk. And if you're into algebra, and I'm not, it's the X factor. How X equals how much risk you as a person are going to take. But the problem with the X is based on your history. The X is based on how have you done in business to date? What are the business scars that you have? Has it taken you longer to get to where you are than you expected? Has it? Did you expect it to take this long? Did you expect to owe so many people so much money and not being able to pay them? None of us do. We all believe when we take on work that we will be able to pay for it. But things happen. Other people don't pay us. Other businesses go bust. Things happen that are outside our control. And the challenge is how we handle those. Do we take them as extremely personal and let them stop us from developing further and to becoming more? Or do we see them as reasons why we are not going to develop the business anymore? Do we? It's hard to know. Right? I'm saying goodbye to my grandson who's off for the morning. He's waving to me, blowing me a kiss. So are those battle scars holding you back? And they do hold many people back. Like we all see, like firm of accountants, maybe your local accountant has one little office with just himself and one person, and that's it. But yeah, he started at the same time and trained with other people who trained with him and done just as well as he or she did in the exams. But they now have 15, 20 staff and maybe 2 or 3 different offices in different places. Or maybe it's a solicitor. maybe someone that you studied with, you trained with as a solicitor, and you're wondering why you only have a small office, but they have 6 or 7 partners now, and their business has grown and grown. What is the difference between them and you? And the only difference is how hungry they are. They don't let the battle scars affect them. They just keep going. They just keep going. And how we justify us staying small is that when we see someone bigger failing, maybe going bust, maybe going out of business, maybe getting into trouble, we justify that by saying, look, if I had got as big as them, I would have lost that business. That's how we justify it. Rightly or wrongly, that's how we justify it. There's many people out there who look at other firms, accountants or solicitors, or other restaurants or pizza joints who have gone bust for whatever reason because they couldn't make the numbers stack up. And a man who's on, or a woman who's still running their own pizza joint on their own is just saying, well, that could have been me. I'm glad I stayed small. But are you really glad you stayed small? I know a lot of business owners, and they tell me they're happy to stay small. But when you really, really talk to them, you realize they didn't want to stay small. No, they didn't. And I mentor a good few people. And one of the challenges I have with mentoring people is trying to get people to see the potential they have in themselves, trying to get them to see what they can really do and what they've done and the great stuff they've done already and how that can be moved forward and how that can drive them to do other great things. But a lot of people come to a certain stage. It's like when you go out for a run and after maybe a kilometre or 2 kilometres, you get a stitch. Some people give up and will only ever run 2 kilometres because they believe that's the max they can run because they always get a stitch. So that's the body telling them they can't go any further. Other people run through the stitch to take a breather and then they keep going to do the 3 kilometres or the 4 kilometres or the 5 kilometres. They keep going. They keep moving forward. And that's like a business owner. Business owners get a stitch. They get to a place where they're comfortable. They believe they're happy, and some of them are happy. But some of them secretly are not happy. They want to go further, but they justify it by saying, I have a stitch, I'm doing X amount of turnover, I'm paying things. Yeah, I'm grand, I'm happy. But the question you have to ask yourself is, when you retire or when you come to the end of your business life, will you be sorry you didn't push yourself to make that business bigger? Will you be sorry you didn't push yourself to even go for that promotion, to do better in the company you're working for? Will you be sorry that you didn't go for that job 2 or 3 or 4 years ago that would have made you more money and made you more senior and more experienced in your industry? Would you be happy? And I think a lot of us, if we tell ourselves the truth, is no, we won't be happy. We will have regrets that we should have pushed further, that we should have gone more. We will have those regrets. And if you can just see yourself in 20 years' time or 30 years' time when you give up your business life or you give up your working life, will you really, really be happy of what your pension is or the things you've done in your business life? I can guarantee the answer is going to be no. You're going to look at other people and go, if I had gone for that promotion, I may have got that and I would have done extremely well and gone on to do A, B, and C, maybe gone back to college to get a master's or a PhD. Maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have done that. It's the maybes. And it's the same in business when you're running your own company. You need to decide now how big you want to be. If you're happy with one van as a plumber or electrician or a carpenter or whatever, okay. But if you want to see what it's like to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 15 vans out there doing incredible business, then you need to push yourself. If you're happy with the one pizza place, fantastic. If you want to see what it's like to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shops all over the place, you have to push yourself. The same with firms and solicitors, the same with accountants. If you're happy being a one-man or one-woman organization, fantastic. If you want to see what it feels like to have multiple staff working for you, and doing £1 million or £2 million or £10 million worth of business, do it. One of my companies at one stage was doing £40 million, another one was doing 90 million. Was there a difference in either? No, there wasn't a difference in either. It just, we had more staff and we did more and we pushed ourselves more. But it was great being a business that size. Where it comes an awful lot of contentment of how well you've built this business up. So you need to decide yourself if you're self-employed or you're leading from the front. Are you going to stay where you are or are you going to get bigger? And the one good thing about being bigger, let's face it, if things go bad, you can scale back. You've done it before, you can do it again. We've seen many people out there whose businesses have gone bust and they've started again in the same business. They started from small and they've rebuilt it back up again. They've gone and done it a second time, maybe a third time. Maybe they've sold once and they're doing it again, right? But you can always scale back to that one van or to that one office or to only 1 or 2 staff. Take a breather and then grow it again. If the economy goes against you, if a big client goes bust, or there's a product recall, or there's a crisis within the business, and you have to push everything back, you can do that. But then you can start again and move it all forward. Because once you've done it once you've grown a company from 0 to 100,000, to 400,000, to 1 million, to 5 million, to 10 million, to 20 million, once you've done that once, you can do it again because you have the skill sets to do it again. You absolutely have. And just remember that. So thanks for joining me this morning on Monday. I've got another crisis manager workshop with a fantastic management team later on today who are going through a lot of problems. And I'm putting them through the ropes today. As part of this crisis management workshop, I've been studying their business for the last week and going through the P&L and profit and loss account and sales targets. So they don't know what I'm going to throw at them this morning. They don't know what challenge I'm going to hit them with, that they only have just over half a day to solve. They don't know what I'm going to throw at them. Some of them don't even know I'm coming in, which is even more interesting. When they don't know I'm coming in to throw something at them on the spot, the results are phenomenal. And for the business owner, the results are phenomenal. So thanks for joining me today. We're heading towards Easter. I won't be here on Friday because it's Holy Friday or Easter Friday. So I'm here tomorrow, Tuesday, and I'm here most this week. And don't forget, if you miss any of our shows, they're all on my podcast. So wherever you listen to your podcast, just type in Mark Beggs. We've shows there since the 6th of January. If you're looking for free training videos or any of the shows free, they're all on our YouTube channel at Mind's Eye Education. Make sure you subscribe or follow, no matter where you are listening this morning. It's all free. Okay? And if you're running your own business, or you're leading for the front, or you're running a team in work, there's so much good stuff up there that may help you do a better job, may give you some ideas, may help you be more creative, all that stuff. We've a lot of stuff up there that may help you do the job you're doing even better. So thanks for joining me this morning. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone on Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn. And we're still going to be online with TikTok for a few more minutes. So thanks so much for joining me this morning, folks. Appreciate you giving up your time on this Monday morning. Have a great day. Talk to you all again very soon. Thank you.